Good morning everyone. Welcome to the lecture of Design of Steel Structure. In today's lecture we are going to study a new chapter, that is a plastic design. So basically in elastic method of design, the stresses and deformation are computed at a working load using the elastic property of the steel. The working stress design limit the structural usefulness of a steel up to an allowable stress or a permissible stress, which is well below the elastic limit, and yield stress is taken as a design criteria. But in a plastic method of design, ultimate load is taken as a design criteria. So design के लिए हम लोग ultimate load लेंगे in a plastic design. Hence, the structure design using a working stress method may be heavier than the design by a plastic method. The working stress method utilizes the strength of a steel up to yield stress, while the plastic method of utilize the strength of a steel beyond the yield stress, right? So up to ultimate load point, the plastic method of design utilize the reverse strength of a steel beyond the yield up to a ultimate load point. So let's start this new chapter. Plastic theory. So introduction. So in this chapter we are going to study about the introduction of a plastic design theory, plastic hinge concept, plastic section modulus, shape factor, redistribution of moments, collapse mechanism, theorems of a plastic analysis, static or a lower beyond theorem, kinematic or a upper beyond theorem, plastic analysis of a beam and portal frames by equilibrium and mechanism methods. And beyond this, we are also going to uh, calculate some example based on a plastic design theory. Plastic analysis. Why and what? So, behavior beyond the elastic limit. As I have said earlier, what is plastic analysis? So, in a plastic method, ultimate load is taken and as a design criteria, and hence structure designed using a working stress method, right? So, plastic analysis is a behavior beyond the elastic limit. प्लास्टिक डिफॉर्मेशन के लिए कौन सा लोड यूज़ होता है यहाँ पे? कॉलेप्स लोड. व्हाट इज़ अ सेफ लोड हियर? सो लोड फैक्टर डिज़ाइन बेस्ड ऑन अ कॉलेप्स लोड in a limit state method, and economic and optimism use of a material in this method is there. So basically there are two types of material, elastic and elastic perfectly plastic, right? So you can see in these figures, in an elastic load, elastic material, the limit is given, but in an elastic perfectly plastic we can use the given limit beyond the unloading, right? You can see a figure, idealized strain or a stress curve in a mild steel. So figure shows a stress and strain curve for a perfectly plastic material up to a strain hardening. So perfectly plastic material follows the Hooke's law and a limit of a proportionality. The slope of a stress strain diagram in a tension and a compression. Values of a Young's modulus of a material are equal, and the values of a yield stress in a tension and compression are equal. The strain up to a strain hardening in a tension and compression are also equal. So the strain and stress curve show a horizontal plateau both in a tension and compression. So such material are known as a perfectly plastic materials, right? This is the idealized stress and strain curve in a plastic theory. What is elastic analysis and plastic analysis? So in a elastic analysis, the material is in a elastic state, whether in a plastic analysis, material is in a plastic state. Performance of a structures under a service load here, and in a plastic analysis, the performance of a structure load, ultimate load or a collapse load are there, right? Deformation increases with the increases load in a elastic method, and in a plastic analysis the deformation and curvature increases without the increase in a load, right? There are some assumptions in this theory, so we will discuss more than these two assumptions here. Plane section remain a plane in a plastic condition, and stress and strain relation is ideal both compression and tension. There are so many assumptions in this theory, like the material obeys the Hooke's law till the stress reaches the yield stress. The yield stress and modulus of elasticity have the same value in a compression and in a tension. The material is a homogeneous and isotropic in a both elastic and in a plastic states. Plane transverse section remain a plane even after a bending and effect of a shear is neglected. The cross section of a beam is a symmetrical about the axis through its a central parallel to the plane of bending. The influence of a normal and a shear forces on a plastic moment is not considered. There is no resultant in a axial force on the beam. The material is assumed to be a sufficiently ductile to permit the large rotation of a section to take place, and no instability occurs in a members of a structure up to a collapse. So more than these two, we have so many assumptions in this design. Process of yielding of a section. कोई सेक्शन का yielding कैसे होता है उसकी प्रोसेस हम लोग देखेंगे हियर. Okay, so let beam be subjected to a increasing a bending moment, right? So in this service load range, the section is elastic as shows in this figure. You can see in this figure this round area. The elastic condition exists until the stress at a extreme fiber reaches at a yield stress Fy. So as the moment is increased, yield stress will appear either in a topmost or a bottommost fiber, right? So the moment at which the first yield was occurred, that is called a yield moment, or we can say a elastic moment. So we can find this by equation m is equal to sigma into z. So here z is a section modulus, that is I upon y, right? So we have found this elastic limit. Now further increase of m will cause the yield to spread further inwards and towards the neutral axis on a top or bottom fibers. A stage will be reached when the yield spreads right up to a neutral axis and a section becomes a fully plastic, right? So corresponding bending moment is called a fully plastic moment, that is MP. So when moment is increased, yield sprays into a inner fiber remaining a proportion still elastic, and finally entire cross section yields. So you can see in this figure, figure shows change in a stress distribution during a yielding in a beam. So here we have taken a rectangular cross section, and any further increase in a bending moment results only a rotation, since no greater resisting moment when the fully plastic moment can be developed until a strain hardening occurs. You can see in this figure, profile is there, maximum moment for an inner and elastic condition, that is sigma y, partially plastic and fully plastic condition is there. So what is fully plastic moment? So consider a general cross section of a beam subjected to a fully plastic moment under a action of this plastic moment, and every fiber of a cross section will be stressed to the yield stress sigma y, and the stress distribution will be rectangular as shown in a figure. So you can see in this figure, the stress section is a fully rectangular. Now we will see a new topic, that is plastic hinge. But before going to start this plastic hinge, I would like to discuss the advantages of a plastic design and disadvantages of plastic designs. So we will see first advantages. So saving of a material over a elastic methods resulting in a lighter structure. So हम लोग एक तो lighter structure construct कर सकते हैं. Realization of a uniform and a realistic factor of safety for all parts of the structure. So in the case of elastic method, factor of safety varies, right? Factor of safety FOS जो होता है वो vary करता है. Design moments can be calculated rapidly. We can calculate very fast these design moments in this method. It gives an idea about the type of collapse and strength of a structure. In a plastic design, balance section is obtained in a single attempt. So while in a working stress method, design process is repeated several times, right? Working stress method के अंदर हमें जो मेथड है उसको सेवरल टाइम्स रिपीट करनी पड़ती है, बट इन दिस मेथड वी विल फाइंड इन अ फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट ओनली. No effect due to a change in a temperature, settlement of supports and imperfections. So design is a very popular for a design of a beam and a portal frame. Now there are some disadvantages of this plastic design method. So there is a little saving in a column design. It is difficult to design for fatigue. If structure is complicated, it is difficult to obtain a collapse load. And lateral bracing system requirements are more straightened than an elastic design. Right? So these all are where advantages and disadvantages of a plastic design method. Now we are going to move new topic, that is a plastic hinge. So when the section is completely yielded, the section is a fully plastic, and a fully plastic section behave like a hinge, that is plastic hinge. So plastic hinge is defined as a yielded zone due to a bending in a structure member at which large rotation can occur at a section at a constant plastic method, that is MP. So plastic yield is basically zone of yielding due to flexural in a structural member. This topic is very important in a GTU examination. So consider a simply supported beam loaded by a gradually increased concentrated load W at a midspan, and the increase of a load causes a proportionate increase in a maximum bending at a midspan. Since the rotation theta is proportional to the maximum strain and the moment of resistance is proportional to the maximum stress. Now here we can see difference between a mechanical hinge and a plastic hinge. So mechanical hinge is a reality and whether plastic hinge is a concept, right? So mechanical hinge resist zero moment and plastic hinge resist a constant moment, that is MP. Here you can see M is a moment corresponding to a working load. My is a moment at which a section yields, and MP, that is a moment which entire section is a yield under the stress. So with the increase in a moment, a stage is reached when the maximum stress in a outmost fiber reaches the yield stress, that is Fy, and corresponding moment, that is My. With the increase in a moment but less than MP, part of the outer section becomes a plastic while inner portion near the neutral axis still remain elastic. So the section is therefore in a elastoplastic conditions. So as the load increases, as a stage is reached when the entire section become a plastic and section is no more positioned to offer any additional moment of resistance, and section simply rotates under a constant moment. At the center of the area will be fully plastic over the depth of a section. The section will behave like a hinge and that is called a hinge, plastic hinge. Now we will see plastic moment. How we can calculate this plastic moment? So moment at which the entire section is under yield stress. So C is equal to T, compression is equal to tension. So AC into sigma y is equal to AT into sigma y. So ये इक्वेशन हो जाएगा. So उसको हम लोग AC को अगर सब्जेक्ट बनाए तो AC is equal to AT is equal to A by 2. So neutral axis divides the cross section into the two equal parts. So equation क्या हो जाएगा? C is equal to T is equal to A by 2 into sigma y. So आप यहाँ पे भी देख सकते हो कैसे ये अकर करता है. Similar to sigma z, coupled due to A2 into sigma y is equal to A2 into sigma y into yc plus yt is equal to sigma y into zp. Zp क्या है? प्लास्टिक मॉड्यूलस है. सो zp बाई z शुड बी ग्रेटर देन 1, राइट. अगर वो 1 होगा तो वो शेप फैक्टर होगा. नाउ व्हाट इज शेप फैक्टर? डिफरेंट सेक्शंस के लिए शेप फैक्टर अलग अलग होते हैं. सो हम लोग एक एक अलग अलग शेप के लिए शेप फैक्टर्स फाइंड आउट करेंगे. सो रेक्टेंगुलर सेक्शन के लिए अगर देखें तो हियर बी एंड डी इज़ देयर. तो सेक्शन मॉड्यूलस, सो इक्वेशन फॉर द सेक्शन मॉड्यूलस इज अ जेड इज इक्वल टू आई अपॉन वाई. So what is I? I is a BD cube by 12 and Y is a D by 2 in a rectangular section. So Z will be a BD square by 6. So equation for a plastic modulus, that is ZP is equal to A by 2 YC plus YT. So we will put a value here. Uh, A is a BD, YC is a D by 4 and YT is also D by 4. So Zp will be a BD square by 4. So here we can see Zp upon Z will be 1.5. That means shape factor for a rectangular cross section will be a 1.5. Same as we will see a circular section. So Zp equation for the Zp is A by 2 into Yc plus Yt in a circular section. So in a circular section, A is a pi d square by 4, Yc is a 2d by 3 pi and Yt is a 2d by 3 pi. So our Zp will be a d cube by 6 and here Z is a pi d raised to 4 upon 64 and divide by d by 2. So here we will get a z pi d cube into 30 divide by 32. So our shape factor for a circular section, that will be a 1.7 here. Same as in a triangular section, z will be a bh square by 24 and zp will be a a2 into ac upon yt. So here for a triangular section, s will be a 2.346. Similar for a I section, shape factor is a 1.132. So this will be differ like a 1.11 to 1.116. So ये जो सारे सेफ फैक्टर्स हम लोगों ने अभी देखे वो आपको सिर्फ याद रखने हैं। मैंने आपको इसलिए समझाया कि आपको पता चले कि कैसे फाइंड आउट किया ये सारी वैल्यू। तो जैसे फॉर अ रेक्टेंगुलर सेक्शन के लिए एस था 1.5, फॉर अ सर्कुलर सेक्शन के लिए एस था 1.7, फॉर अ डायमंड सेक्शन के लिए एस है 2, ट्रायंगुलर सेक्शन के लिए एस होता है 2.5 एंड आई सेक्शन के लिए एस होता है 1.11 टू 1.116। सो ये सारी फिगर्स थी शेप फैक्टर के लिए। तो अब हम लोग आगे का नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में पढ़ेंगे। तब तक अगर आपको कोई प्रॉब्लम है, कोई क्वेश्चन है, कोई क्वेरी है तो आप मुझे पूछ सकते हो। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर लिसनिंग दिस लेक्चर।